Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a review for. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you to. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with the review for Basketball Wives Season 4 Reunion, Part 2. Okay, let me just say before I even get started on this whole thing, y'all was not in a good mood yesterday when I was taking notes for the damn show. My whole thinking process was just a little bit off yesterday, so today we're going to try to look at it with a little bit more clearer focus. Secondly, I wrote out all my damn notes and I left them at work on my damn desk. So I am going to do this video off the top of my head totally, which means it's going to be kind of all over the place, which really annoys me, but I don't have time to go back. I'm on my lunch break. Y'all know how that goes. I can't go back to the office. I'm already away from the office and blah, 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 blah. Thirdly, y'all, yes, I cut my bangs. I cut my bangs because, y'all, it's about 300 degrees in Atlanta right now. And I love my swoop bang, but I can only take it for a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks, because it just be too much in the face. So I went on and cut my bangs Sunday, I think it was. And then I realized that the top of my hair was too dark. One side was too dark compared to the other side, so I went and bought some dye and I colored this side. Now it look like this side might be a little lighter than this side, so I don't know. But anyway, it's a whole bunch of colors. But I done dyed this hair a million times. I'm telling you, that Singori Shells is the bomb. But I'm not gonna get started on that. We gonna get started on the review for Braxton Basketball Wives. See, I don't have my notes, y'all. It's about to be a mess. So let's get to it, shall we? I told you guys that Susie did not say anything to Tammy about what Keisha said. I tried to tell y'all. Y'all need to stop being like this. That whole mob mentality. I know that we all can't stand Susie. I know that Susie has opened her mouth plenty of times. I know Susie has created a lot of havoc and caused a lot of problems and started a lot of mess that didn't have to happen on the show. But we just, y'all, now listen, the girl has said that she didn't do it. First of all, like I said, I could tell from her reaction that she hadn't said anything. When I mentioned it in my last video, most of you guys was like, no, she said it. And just a few people agreed with me. We didn't believe it until Tammy finally came out and said, no, Susie did not tell me. I know it was real foul the way Susie tried to jump raw with Keisha, you know, because she was sitting on the big girl side of the stage with Evelyn, Shaie, and Tammy. But the point is that Susie didn't say nothing, and what the real issue should be and why nobody addressed it yesterday was beyond me. Was, well, then who told Tammy? It was only 2 people in the damn room, and we know that Royce didn't say nothing, and we know now that Susie didn't say nothing. So, you know, the producers, if you're gonna be messy like that, or if you guys gonna be letting people see the footage of what happened, yeah, you know, that shit is kind of foul. Like, this is supposed to be a reality show. We supposed to be seeing it as it happens. We ain't supposed to be having all this covert behind the scenes shit that keeps more shit going on the show and keeps us confused. Like, you know, who said it? But I just wanted to say that part first before I even got to the video, because I'm telling you guys that we cannot get wrapped up in just the drama. Like, we need to still be rational and realize that, yeah, I mean, even though Susie is foul in a lot of ways, it was obvious that she didn't say anything. They showed Desmond and Royce, and honestly, I don't have the energy to go there with Royce's cry face today. I'm just sorry, I can't do it, y'all. John Sally had brought up her relationship with Desmond and asked her if they were still together, and Royce said, you know, that she chose to stay with him after the drama over Twitter. What can you say to that? I mean, I can't tell the girl that she should leave her man, but I think what really bothers us all is the fact that we all had to see it in the public light, and the fact that Royce is like a public figure, and for all of that drama to go down on Twitter in front of everybody, it just made me feel bad for her. It just kind of makes her look stupid that she's willing to put so much of her life on the line for her boyfriend, you know, and he's young. He's not ready for no what she wants in a relationship. He's like 22, 23. She's got 12 years on him. I mean, the whole thing, it just made me, I felt really just like, oh. But didn't y'all just want to like shake her when she was just sitting there? First of all, she always has like that dumb look on her face, kind of like this. She was like, well, I had decided, because he is such a good person and that he's not that bad, even though he did something bad, he's not that bad of a person, that it was not the right time for me to leave him at the time. Y'all, I'm telling you, I was just like, I wanted to shake her like, girl, wake up! And that was as of the show, because as of today, they are not together anymore. They finally, I don't know who broke it off with who, because she was on Twitter. I'm telling you guys, y'all need to get off of Twitter. On Twitter, she had put that she was going to visit her man because her son is off and wherever he is with her parents. And then later on, the next day or two, we find out that them two broke up. So, you know, more power to Royce and Desmond in their, you know, in their future endeavors, whatever they do separately. But yeah, I want Royce to just stop having her relationships on the show. I'm assuming that she's going to be on the show next season. And I'm hoping that, you know, they focus on something else. I don't really know what they're going to focus on with Royce, because the child don't get along with nobody. Now she ain't friends with Tammy. It's like, it's really going to just be her and Keisha. And I don't even know if Keisha gonna be back. So yeah, Royce needs some kind of overhaul. All right, so we get back to the Tahiti trip, and John Sally was just like, Tammy, you was really gunning for Keisha. It seemed like from the minute you guys got there. And Tammy was just like, no, I wasn't gunning for her. I just wanted her to speak up. I wanted her to speak her mind, because she never ever says anything, and she always kind of runs away. And you know, it's just like, I was tired. I was giving her a chance to finally speak up. But that to me is like classic bully, because, you know, bullies, they seek out the weak. Okay, so when they find somebody that's weak, then that's the person that they prey on. We obviously know that Keisha is probably the weakest person on the cast. And when I say weak, I mean weak as in is she's going to come back for somebody when they, you know, come for her. What makes Tammy think that she should be the one to make somebody finally come out their goddamn shell? I'm sure Keisha did not need you to, you know, help her along and motivate her to finally, you know, get some self-confidence and say what the fuck she needed to say. I mean, the whole thing is just stupid, and it really made me look at Tammy like, bitch, you are crazy. Keisha finally gets to speak up and says, I said what I said, which was I could do something, but I didn't want to. Obviously, I didn't want to fight you. You took my purse and you wasn't going to give it back. You came to my room, you threatened me outside my door, and it wasn't until I was going to call the police that you decided to bring it back to me. And then you come up with this shit about you didn't steal my purse. And Tammy was like, I did not steal your purse. I got the purse for you because you left it there. And if I hadn't got the purse for you, it would have got left. And I was doing you a favor. And I was just looking at that like, okay, Tim, so that's the fucking story that you're going to stick with today, huh? You didn't steal the purse, even though millions of people saw it on VH1. You just picked it up because she left it. Okay, if you call somebody standing over on the other side of the damn partition, shaking in their goddamn boots, leaving their purse, then I guess that's what she did. You know good damn well that girl didn't leave that purse. Like, what is... and you know, she was so convincing when she said it, y'all. I was like, this girl really do believe that she didn't steal her purse. Like, I was just like, I don't know what went on with Tammy's mentions on Twitter yesterday and everything, but I was thinking to myself, like, I know they got to be lighting her up. Like, I'm telling y'all, I tried not to get too riled up with the show yesterday, but I have to tell you that my forehead got a little moist. I could feel myself starting to get worked up, because I was just like, Tammy, out of everybody on the show, Tammy's reactions to things is just, she's in another world. She didn't apologize for what she said to Keisha, but she apologized for how she said it. She still, as of that show, didn't realize her wrong in that whole thing, and it was just like, wow. That's really, really sad. I was expecting for Tammy to turn off her Twitter again last night, but I checked this morning and it was still up. So I guess maybe it wasn't as rough as I thought it was going to be. Maybe because, you know, she finally came out on her blog spot. And, you know, she was full of apologies. You know, she apologized to Keisha. You know, she don't like her, and they're not gonna be friends, but she did apologize for what she said. And you know, she was singing a different tune. She apologized to Jen for really just not being a true friend, and you know, kind of downplaying her lucid line when we all know her hairline hasn't even hit the shelves yet. And really just kind of, I guess Tammy said it was some behind the scenes shit going on with business partners or whatever that made her react to Jennifer a different way. I don't really know if I ever felt like Jen and Tammy were good friends, because I don't think Tammy ever got over that whole food stamp thing. I think that's still something she carries along in her mind, you know, way back in the back, but I think it's still there. And then of course she, you know, she loves Susie, and she even says she loves Kenya's crazy ass, and she loves Shaie and Evelyn. So, you know, she's going through these things. I'm really trying to be the person that, you know, I keep on telling you guys that we got to give somebody a chance to change. So I got to do it with Tammy also. I'm hoping that it happens for her next season, but this season is a wrap. Like, I didn't had enough of Tammy. It's time for Tammy to be on vacation. Yesterday, Shaie was wearing me out. Like, I cannot ignore the fact that Shaie has spent this whole entire season, you know, basically just, my mom's a motherfucking word, okay? She ain't said nothing the entire season. She waited until she got onto this show and had a lot to say about everything. It's just like, I was just like, where you come from? Shaie gets to talking about her being a family person, and you know, the fact that she loves her kids and that her kids come first, and that very well may be. I'm not saying that she's not, but Shaie has been very, very strategic in keeping her personal life out of the show. She's never decided to bring her family onto the show, her kids onto the show, her relationships onto the show, and she instead chose to exploit the other women in their lives. Now, I'm not saying that exploit might have been not the best word, because it's not like they don't let her do it. They let the show come in and film them in all their ignorance and everything. But what I'm trying to say is, like, Shaie has never wanted to have her life on display like that, and I never really thought that she should. Now, she didn't got her shit all tarnished because for some reason this season she decided to be on screen when she never really was, and she kind of even involved herself in the messiness. So it felt hypocritical for Shaie to have so much to say after the heat then got too hot in the fucking kitchen. We get to talking about the positive parts in the show, you know, and like I said, it was just the 2 times. Once with her daughter when they met with mindless behavior. I got the name right that time. And when, you know, Evelyn and Tammy went to get their fucking mammogram. It's reaching. You needed something. And, you know, fuck, out of the whole 4 months of TV show, this is what we got for positivity. You know, go back to the drawing board. Now, Shaie is saying for the next season that, you know, they gonna be on a whole different thing. You know, they're gonna make a turnaround, and everybody's on the same page, and we all about positivity. Like, I don't want them to lose the integrity of the show. Like, I want it to be what it's been, except I just don't want the ignorance to be entered into. Like, I don't want it to be all fighting and yelling and screaming and all of that. But I don't want to be looking at every day just some happy shit. Like, it still needs to be reality. Life is not always that happy. You know, I want to see them going through the motions of the changes that they making. So we gonna see, y'all. When Jen comes back out from taking her lie detector test, you know, and it seems like everybody again had a lot to say to Jen, kind of jumped on her. Evelyn's feelings was that, you know, she's suing Naya, who is a friend of hers, that, yeah, the girl slapped her and everything, but, you know, this is somebody that was a good friend of yours, and I don't understand why you guys can't speak it out. And, you know, Shaie jumps on the bandwagon and even goes further to say, like, I know that you are upset about it and everything, but why can't you just drop it? Like, why can't you just, you guys argued about it, you brought the case going, and you scared the girl pretty good. Now you know that she may go to jail for this, and you know, like, okay, we get it now. Like, can you let it go? Yeah, it is kind of a lot to be suing somebody over a slap. Would I do it if it was a good friend of mine? Probably not. I would say that that friendship would probably be over, but I don't know if I would sue somebody. But I can't fault Jennifer for doing that, because you know, if you so big and bad to want to decide to go jump up and slap somebody in their motherfucking face, then you need to deal with the consequences. I don't care if she apologized after the fact. You know, it took a long time before she finally apologized, and she was on the show and she was like, you know, we from the streets and we don't call the police and blah 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 blah. You know, she about that life. Okay, well, Jennifer is about the litigation life. Okay, this is the life to see. We got all kind of lives going on here that we gonna be about. Naya chose to be about that life, and that's the fuck why we gonna let the goddamn judge decide on what happens with you. I really think that Jennifer is just so over it with everybody that she's not really willing to listen to reason. It happens a lot of times. I mean, you know, sometimes if you could just back off of a bitch for a minute and give me some goddamn space, you know, give me some room to try to think about it, then maybe I might let it go eventually. But, you know, every time we get together, every time we're filming, every time I'm on Twitter, every time I go on an interview, every time I do this, I'm looking around and somebody is asking me about this Naya situation and telling me that I shouldn't do it, then that is probably going to make me want to do it even more. I really have a feeling Jennifer probably will end up dropping that case. If she don't drop the case, then she don't drop the case, okay? But at the big, you know, moment of the show, John Sally, you know, brings out the damn results for the lie detector test. Evelyn did say that she didn't miss the friendship, but the lie detector test discovered that that was false. Look, I feel like I'm on Mari. But Jennifer admitted that she missed the friendship. We all know that they miss each other's friendship. It's so sad that this friendship broke up on attitudes, rumors, ego, bravado, you know, just big head, just stubbornness, just the relationship went down the drain over just some bullshit, really. John Sally, you know, he, in an effort to make everybody kind of kiss and make up, he grabs Evelyn's hand and he grabs Jennifer's hand and he gets them to stand up in the middle of the damn stage and he gets them to hug. Now, when they got together to hug, you guys, it was really actually sad, and it actually kind of broke my heart a little bit. Jennifer was real stiff. I'm talking about like stiff, bored stiff, you know, and she kind of leaned in to give Evelyn the hug, and it was almost like the church hug with the two pats on the back. Whereas Evelyn was so wrapped up in that hug. I mean, it was an emotional moment for her, and she had even laid her head on her shoulder. And y'all know when you lay a motherfucking head on a motherfucking shoulder that you is really sorry. And before Evelyn could really just get to the feeling that she really wanted to have Jennifer pulled away. Like I said, you guys, Jennifer is so over it. Jennifer is over it. It's really unfortunate that Evelyn took this this whole situation to the heights that she did, because she lost a friendship. I really don't think her and Jen are ever going to be friends again, not in the way that they used to be, and I really don't even see them being cordial type of friends anymore. I think Evelyn is realizing that now, with all the things that have happened. And you guys, if I had to really judge last night and the sincerity of everybody, I really think that Evelyn was the most sincere. I'm gonna say Evelyn was the most sincere. Tammy thinks that she can still say and do what the fuck she want to say and do, because she ain't even really come to grips with reality. Like, she didn't steal a bitch purse. Girl, please. And Shaie is just on a whole nother planet. I think Shaie is really trying to save face, and that's just what it is. And then lastly, you guys, well, we already knew the show is going to come back. Shaie is not going to cancel this show. The ratings are fine on the show. People are still watching the show with no problem. And the advertisers is commercials the whole time, right? Y'all saw commercials all night last night, didn't you? Okay, well, ain't no problem with that either. So all that shit is kind of hoopla. Yeah, they'll be back next season, and, you know, we'll see what happens with the show then. Alright, you guys, that's it. I hate that I don't have my notes, because I know I left out a lot of shit that I wanted to say, but it is what it is. Like Scotty from Mr. Still Standing says, hey boy, I'm going to do an advice column, you guys, because after I asked last week what you guys thought I should do, most of you guys said I should do an advice column. So I'm going to do one. I don't know what I'm going to call it. Maybe you guys can give me some suggestions in the box below. If you guys want me to answer some of your questions, I want you guys to email it. It's going to be on the screen right here. And this is my email address here for you guys to email it to me, and I will do my best to get the best answer out to you guys. We will be reviewing Love and Hip Hop Atlanta next week, and I'm excited about that. Just something new, you guys, and The show looked like it's really gonna be good. I mean, I don't know none of the damn people on the show, but it still looked like it's gonna be good, and we will be reviewing that week. We as in me. Like, who the fuck is we, Roxanne? That's it, you guys. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm itsrox. The channel's for itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar below. Okay? All right. I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.